Right, so I thought I would try to do a little video of just some simple floor-based bits and pieces to try to get the hips moving, the thighs moving within the hip socket, the back and the pelvis moving, the chest moving, a whole bunch of different bits and pieces. Maybe like a 15-20 minute video total. So it should be fairly accessible to pretty much everyone. But yeah, find yourself lying down. I'm going to start lying sideways just so you can see. As we lie down, find the palms just facing up beside you. Take a few moments, just maybe 3 breaths to feel the belly, the chest, collarbones, all moving as you inhale. And then exhaling. One more breath. And then from there, just drawing the arms up over your head, lengthening them back behind you. From here, we're just going to pick our right foot, pointing it forward. And then once you cross that right leg over the left leg, reach as far away from you as you can. So we're going to roll over onto our belly, but we're going to try and keep our right shoulder down for as long as we can, rolling through the whole body. Pick your neck up, your head up, look towards the right corner of the room. Slowly make your way down, rolling over onto your back in a controlled way. Coming back the other way, pick the right foot up so you'll feel as if your bum cheek fires on. At this point, drag it back across your left leg. Try to keep the right arm down as long as possible. Look up towards the sky, over the right shoulder. Keep looking up behind you. Slowly that right foot touches. Now we roll down the right hand and arm drag across the body. One more time doing that one on the other side. Pick the left foot up. As you inhale, then exhale, draw that foot across you. Rolling down, looking up, try to keep your left shoulder down as long as possible, look towards the left corner of the room, roll down onto your belly. Coming back the other direction, we lift the left leg and feel that bum cheek fire, and then drag it across, as you drag it across, look up over your left shoulder. As you look up over your left shoulder, finally that foot touches, stabilises you to bring yourself down. You suddenly find yourself on your back. Grab hold of your right knee and just pull the right knee into the chest. Just give it a little explore through there for a moment. And then lifting your left leg off the floor. This one's a favourite of mine in class at the moment. It's amazing how challenging it can be. Push the right knee as hard into your hands as you can. It's going to pull your chest up, your chin to your chest. At this point, pull your elbows out to the side, keep reaching that left lower. And once you get to that top of the pelvis, just lift your chest and it'll help your pelvis roll forward and you find yourself sitting up. Rolling gently back, elbows out to the side, rounding through your spine, coming down onto your back. Again, lifting that left foot, pushing those hands into that right hand, into those hands, the right knee into those hands, pushing. Once you get to this point, lift yourself up, crossing the right foot over your left leg. At this point, bring your left hand down behind you, bring your right hand down behind you too, so you're almost leaning towards the left. Turn your right foot towards the right side, and then spin yourself through, coming onto hands and foot or feet with your left foot back behind you. Step the left foot in and just hover here for a moment. Maybe begin to step and pad and pull yourself through. Again, maybe drop bum and hips left and right. As you do this, as you spin towards the right side, pick your right hand up, pick your left foot up, and just point the left foot as far away from you as you can, balancing here. Just bring it back through, go the other direction. Spin through, right foot lifts, left hand lifts. You point it through. Come back onto hands and feet. Do it one more time. So the right toes point towards the right side of the room. The left foot then follows it. The right hand reaches back. Maybe see if you can lift the hips up. And then come back through. Final time the other direction. Rolling through. And as you come back towards the centre, just again path and pull your hands and knees around. Sink your bum back towards your feet and reach. Try to keep your hands on the floor. Just see how far back your bum will go. It might not go very far. You might only get to here. It's totally fine. See if you can eventually separate your knees a little bit and just allow the chest to come down. As you come back up, pick your left foot up, straighten it and drop it to the outside of your right foot. So that as you roll back, you end up in that same twisted position you were in. Left arm wraps around the right leg and just look over the right shoulder. Slowly coming back towards the centre, grab that right knee again, pull it into your chest as you lift that left foot. Same as what we've just done, we slowly roll back down onto the back. Switching legs and grab your left leg, right leg can go long out in front of you. Give it a little hug and a squeeze. A little roll and shake around. Lift the right foot again. Push that left knee into the hand so your arms become straight. As you keep pushing with the arms straight, it begins to pull your chest up. Now begin to pull the elbows out to the side. Reach the right leg long and then lift through the chest and you find yourself sitting up. And then exhale again, rolling back down. As we slowly come back down. Hug that knee in towards the chest again. One more time, reach the right leg long, push the left knee into the hands as you roll up, back, rounds, lift the chest. Left foot crosses right leg. Both hands come around towards the right side so that the left foot turns the face towards the left. We spin. So now we're back into that little sprinters kind of in the block position. Step your right foot forward again. Same as we did last time. Don't worry about the heels coming down, but try to keep the hands on the floor just for a little gentle squat. It might be that you end up being up here somewhere. Totally fine. Over time that will begin to soften down. And then just sway yourself around a little bit. As you come forward, this time back to that little position there. Drop to your knees and just stick your tailbone up behind you as much as you can. See if you can keep the chest relatively still, but tuck the tailbone under you. And then come back the other way. Now what you'll find is as you practice is the more you tuck that tailbone under, you're going to naturally feel like the chest puffs up into the back body. So allow that to happen a few times. Go nice and slowly and still at first and just see if, as you tuck under, you can dissociate the two and then allow them to come back into that associative place where as the tailbone tucks, the chest is lifted up to round, the chin sticks forward. As you tilt the tailbone back out behind you, the chest drops down and the chin pushes back. Coming back into those little tripod transitions, we're going to push back into the toes, lift the knees, lift the left foot, spin to plant the right foot flat, come through, left leg, long right hand back, come back the other direction, spinning through, and then coming back, one more time each direction, and then coming back, final time. And then as we come back, we find ourselves here. Take the right foot up and step the right foot long back behind the left foot. So as we sweep ourselves round towards the left, I'm sure we'll get that wrong a couple of times, we end up back with the right leg long, left leg crossed over that right thigh. Wrap the right arm around the left leg, left hand behind the back, sit yourself up, roll your chest through, towards the left. As you exhale, come back towards the centre. I'm just going to spin to face towards the front for these next few bits. At this point, we just bring the feet together into a little diamond shape and just take a few little bounces of the knees. And then see how close you can draw your feet in towards your pelvis. Some people will find this super easy and the knees will touch the floor. As you see, mine don't, so it's not a big thing. Other people will find it really difficult. So from here, sit nice and tall and just gently sit forward. Inhale, sitting up. One more time, exhale, sitting forward. Inhale, sitting up. Take the feet slightly further forward. Not as far as you can, but just maybe halfway forward. Again, inhale, sit tall. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, rise up. Final time, take the feet quite a long way out in front, so they'll begin to come apart. That's also completely fine. Lift the chest. Gently roll and oscillate yourself down and lift yourself back up. Rolling down and lifting up. At this point, bring your left foot in towards your right bum cheek. This next bit will kind of potentially prove the trickiest bit that we've done so far, but use your hands if you need to. I'll maybe grab some blocks in a second and show you how you can use a couple of books or some props that you might have at home. So we're going to try and just lift ourselves up into a little lunge position. So your right foot is going to feel as if it's gripping and pulling back along the floor, but not actually moving, so you're going to activate your hamstring. So as you sit forward, we're going to pull on this foot, and we sweep ourselves forward into this lunge. Reach your right hand as far forward as you can. Rolling back, sitting down, finding there. So the way to do this, if you need to use your hands, the hands come up on the back, especially if your left sort of front of the leg is a bit tight. This might be helpful to lift yourself forward, push yourself up and drop down and reach your arm forward. Slowly coming back again, sitting down, and again, I should have demonstrated that better than sit down. We'll do it one more time. It's always threes. So again, if you need to use your hands, push yourself rolling up, reach the hand forward, feel as if the inside arch of your foot is kind of gently pressing down. As you come back, if you need to bring the hands with you, supporting yourself, coming down. Switching legs, left foot comes forward, pull on that left foot, again, drawing yourself forward. When we're on this side, I'm going to give you a bit of a demonstration of something you can maybe try with that other leg. Slowly come back. Again, grab that foot, suck it back to activate some muscles, pull yourself forward. So as you can see, I'm going to demonstrate now to show you, as you come forward, you might find that this back foot can spin through. So as you pull yourself forward, you might even need to use your hands to lift up. You could roll from being on the outside to the inside. Now, that's again going to be something very much further down the line, but just if your leg begins to go there, then maybe you can find yourself there. Coming back down. And then we're going to do exactly the same again, just with a couple of extra bits. Spin the left foot back in, right leg goes along. Grab yourself, use your hands if you need to, pull yourself forward. Once you're here, you're going to push up and come into your kind of lunge position here. Push down into the toes, use the hands on the floor if you need to, but just try to lift your back leg up. Drop the back knee. Turn that foot back to the left foot's going to come across the back of your body, and you slowly sit down. Just one more little challenge if you want it. You don't have to do this bit. You could roll back to lengthen yourself out, lifting yourself up. Again, grab that foot, draw yourself forward, spin the back foot round, lifting yourself up. Tuck the back toes and lift the back leg. Drop the back knee, spin it in. Use your hands again to just slowly help yourself descend if you need. And again, slowly rock down. Once you're here, spin the legs through, do the opposite side, left leg pulls you forward. lift up and spin the right foot back behind you again. Push down into the back knee, lift your right knee off the floor, drop it down, spin that foot through, come back down to the floor. Again, grab that foot on the floor, pull yourself forward using that foot like a little anchor, spin the right foot backwards, lift up. See if you can draw the tailbone under, lift yourself up, drop yourself down, untuck that foot, roll down, lift that leg, again, final time. As you slowly come back up, I'm going to spin back around for this final little piece. So, at this point, it's kind of like taking a bridge pose, but the whole point of this is again to come back to the dissociative manner of the chest, the pelvis and the head, but hopefully try to reassociate. So, starting with our hips, we're going to push the pelvis away from us. Now as we push the pelvis away, it should create a gap under our back. You should be able to put your hand under your lumbar spine, that's your low back, and then pull it back the other way, squeezing in yoga what we call, say, your mulabandha, your pelvic floor, on just gently, a little gentle glute squeeze, nothing crazy. And then again, go back the other direction. Now as you begin to just concentrate on your pelvis, going forward and backwards, you might begin to notice how as you tilt that tailbone away and create that gap, you can't help but notice your chin gets pulled towards your chest. You might notice your mid-back, suddenly the muscles begin to do a whole bunch more than they ever used to. This is all good. Again, as you tilt that tailbone back to squeeze the floor, you might notice your chin lifts and your chest softens. Again, so as we go back and we create that gap, the chest is suddenly miraculously lifting, the chin is dropping down. So just taking that a few more times. And this is a perfect way to start the day. My day is basically doing this, my morning practice doing this, and how we'll just finish the class, which is just a little bit of rolling around. So as we take that final time, as we let that back push down into the floor, grab our knees, give them a hug and a squeeze, and then just begin to roll onto your left side, look over your over your left shoulder, look over towards the left side, and then roll to the right side. Look over your right shoulder, roll back towards the right side. And so we just begin to roll left and right, and then maybe we want to just try to move this into a bit more of a happy baby. So we grab our big toes, and again we just roll around on the floor. So as you straighten, or just somewhere near straight, that left leg, and keep the right foot bent in, it's going to automatically pull you down. As you then bend that left foot, straighten the right leg, it pulls you back the other direction. So you can just have this little rolling around thing. As you come back towards the midline, you could then just begin to roll backwards and forwards. Now as you roll backwards and forwards, the point of this is to be able to roll on a rounded back as smoothly as possible. It's not to lump down and have to kick your legs up. It's not to try to crunch into your neck. It's just a slow, gentle, controlled rolling, tucking and untucking of the pelvis. So as you come here, the pelvis untucks, you lift the chest. As you roll back down, the pelvis stays tucked. Take just another little roll forward and backwards, and then slowly begin to sit yourself up. And as you sit yourself up, just come to sit cross-legged, however feels most natural for you. You'll always have one way which feels more natural. Once you find that place, just sit forward a little bit as best as you can, noticing which parts of your hip get a pull. And then sitting up, again, sit forward, and then sitting up. Switch your legs over, so your left foot, or the opposite leg's in front. For me, it's now my left foot's in front. And again, just notice how this feels so much more alien, so much more awkward. And that's one of those habits that you always fall into, of doing the same thing each time just because it's easy. If we can move our habit in the other direction, if we can begin to do both sides a bit more evenly, our whole body will feel a little bit more even. So that's about it. Just a sort of, what was that? Maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes of gentle movements around the mat. It'll probably have got you a little bit sweaty at times. Some of those little bits were a bit strong when we were on all fours, but hopefully we'll have got a lot of the chest, a lot of the legs and the hips all moving. If you like this video, please leave me a comment. Say what you liked about it, maybe what you didn't like about it, and anything you'd like in the future, and I shall try to do some more videos. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good weekend.